I'm Erik Deumens, the Director for Research Computing at the University of Florida. And in the last several years, we've been working on a problem of trying to make the use of high-performance computing resources, storage and networking more efficient and more useful for the researchers. The traditional problem is that many of these projects need to use large resources, and then graduate students end up managing them. What we wanted to create was an environment where the university provides the staff and the environment in which these resources can be placed, and then they can buy in by having a share of their grant funds used to buy the equipment, and people can have a particular dedicated share of the system for their project, but if at some point they're not using it, others can use it. And some of the projects that we are using is in our University of Florida is an agricultural school, so we have a project where we do modeling of food crops in Africa, for instance, and people have to do calculations on how will the weather affect the crops. And these calculations are then done across for many days, and so they bought in a share of the cluster, and they typically have to do a 3-week cycle of preparation, and then they submit a bunch of jobs, which is typically about 6,000 jobs. And if they just had their small research cluster, then it would take about 3 weeks to finish all those jobs. However, because they bought into a large system that is a shared infrastructure for the whole university, we have a total of 5,000 cores, so these 6,000 jobs are typically done overnight. And so they have a much improved turnaround time by being part of the shared infrastructure, and as a result, they are more productive. And so this is one of the examples where doing things together actually helps. And next we're looking at a similar research problem to find how to share data among many, their data structures among many researchers, because that is one of the new problems, new challenges, and so we'll be working with them. One of the important things is that this is not a service that we invent, but we actually engage the researchers and try to figure out what their needs are, and in particular with the storage, there's no way that we can provide a simple storage infrastructure that happens to work for everybody. We have to work with them and negotiate and get their ideas and their insight of how they really want to use the data, so that we can build something and provide a service that is useful to them. And so that is what we're currently doing.